Go Vulpix!
Vulpix?
Hi, my name is Professor Silver, and welcome to Pokemon Explained, where we focus on the narrative arcs of all our favorite characters from the Pokemon anime. In today's episode, we'll be focused on Brock's Vulpix, detailing its complete history, exploring all of its storylines, character development, battles, and major episode appearances. Vulpix was pivotal in Brock's transformation into a world-class Pokemon breeder. Breeders are individuals who devote their time and energy learning how to better raise Pokemon. It was the first of his Pokemon explicitly obtained to help him further this goal. Throughout today's episode, we'll show how Vulpix helped prove Brock was the greatest breeder the Pokemon world had ever seen. Vulpix debuted under the ownership of Suzy, a world-class Pokemon breeder, in the episode Pokemon Fashion Flash halfway through the Kanto saga. Both Suzy and her Vulpix were celebrities within the breeding world. Suzy pampered Vulpix and provided it a lavish lifestyle, causing it to form a very fussy personality. Brock had sought to become Suzy's apprentice.
I want to breed like you!
And though she denied the request, she marveled at his talent for Pokemon breeding. She was surprised to find that her Vulpix both enjoyed his company and devoured his Pokemon food readily. Up until this point, Vulpix refused all food unless cooked by Suzy herself, and as shown by its encounter with Misty, it wasn't a huge fan of people.
Wish I'd known that sooner.
While Suzy was entertaining the gang, Team Rocket was running a fashion scam that was bleeding her business dry. When Team Rocket's scam collapsed, they kidnapped Misty out of anger, forcing Brock to lead Suzy and Ash in her rescue. Vulpix ultimately saved Misty by unleashing a powerful fire spin that sent Ekans, Meowth, and Koffing flying. Its small size and adorable appearance masked its immense inner strength. Suzy was so impressed by Brock's handling of the crisis that she asked him to train Vulpix and allow it to see the world while she refocused on honing her breeding abilities. Suzy, a world-class Pokemon breeder, placing her trust in Brock with her most prized Pokemon was a massive statement as to Brock's skill and his potential as a breeder.
Right now, I believe you could do a better job of raising Vulpix than I could.
Like most of Brock's Pokemon, Vulpix was given significantly less screen time than Ash's, leading the bulk of its character development to take place during its debut and its farewell. After its debut, Vulpix's fastidious nature was toned down considerably. Had Hoenn-style contests been introduced earlier, Vulpix could have made frequent appearances, stunning judges and audiences alike with its shiny coat, elegant beauty, and inner strength. Since there was no recurring competition for Brock to express his penchant for breeding, he instead showed his passion by grooming Vulpix and cooking delicious Pokemon food. Vulpix could be considered Brock's signature Pokemon during the original series, much like Misty's Psyduck and Ash's Pikachu. It was the only one of Brock's Pokemon to be featured in Mewtwo Strikes Back and was also his companion while he ran with the Flame of Moltres. Over the course of the Kanto saga, Vulpix appeared in 5 additional battles beyond its first appearance against Team Rocket. In Showdown at Dark City, Vulpix fought against Ekans and Koffing's evolved forms, Weezing and Arbok, after Team Rocket attacked a local restaurant. It easily defeated the pair using a Flamethrower. This is really the only time beyond Vulpix's debut where it's truly shown as a powerhouse. Both Misty and Ash were surprised to see Vulpix in action, as Brock had always been shown spoiling it beforehand. Vulpix's third battle took place when Misty borrowed it to increase her chances of winning the Princess Festival. Vulpix was lent to Misty to compensate for her weakness to grass types. Though it likely participated in many other battles during the competition, its only on-screen win was against a Tangela, whom it charred with Flamethrower. In the finals of the Princess competition, Vulpix was easily defeated by Jessie's recently caught Licktitung, which was subsequently defeated by Psyduck, winning her the tournament. It's ironic that Psyduck succeeded where Vulpix failed, as Misty had previously requested a trade between the two in the Ninja Poké Showdown. Vulpix also helped Ash prepare for the Indigo League by participating in a practice battle against Pikachu, which was summarily disrupted by Jigglypuff. Though commonplace in later seasons, training battles were almost entirely unseen. Had training battles been more common, Vulpix and Brock's other Pokemon could have been given significantly better exposure. During Mewtwo Strikes Back, Vulpix was briefly shown in the film being captured by Mewtwo's Pokeball, cloned, and forced to fight its clone to a standstill. It's worth noting here that Onix, Geodude, and Zubat were all completely absent from the movie. When Brock traveled to the Orange Islands, he brought Vulpix and the rest of his Pokemon in tow. Vulpix was largely absent from the saga, however, as Brock was replaced by Tracy, while he attempted to woo Professor Ivy. After Brock struck out with Ivy, he rejoined Ash and Misty for their adventures in Johto. Most prominently, Vulpix appeared in the Johto League Champions series intro. As a testament to Brock's lack of purpose in Johto, Vulpix's appearances were all limited and honestly a bit lackluster. Its first major appearance of the saga was opposite a Skarmory, whose trainer Mickey was attempting to eliminate its weakness to fire type. Skarmory dominated Vulpix in battle by disorienting it, dodging its Flamethrower, and knocking it out with Steel Wing. After Vulpix was defeated, the episode shifted in focus towards Cyndaquil and its quest to more quickly ignite its flame. Though Cyndaquil also lost against Skarmory, it was granted the luxury of a rematch, which it subsequently won. Vulpix's battle against Skarmory exemplified its biggest issue in the series. It would always play second fiddle to Ash's Cyndaquil and his Charizard. Whenever firepower was needed, Vulpix was a bit of an afterthought. Vulpix's only other battle in Johto took place during the third movie, The Spell of the Unknown. It fought a Teddiursa owned by a lonely girl named Molly in a dream world created by the Unknown. Vulpix was immediately knocked to the ground by Dynamic Punch, and though it bounced back using Quick Attack, its assault was met blow for blow with Fury Swipes. Though Vulpix eventually succumbed to Teddiursa's attack, it never truly stood a chance, as Dream Pokemon were essentially unstoppable. For the rest of the Johto saga, Vulpix mainly appeared in cameos and in the background, until its eventual departure when Brock returned it to Suzy. Brock made the surprise revelation that he never truly felt like Vulpix belonged to him.
Vulpix never really belonged to me to begin with.
It's especially strange considering Brock literally caught Vulpix in a Pokeball of his own. Suzy had visited the Johto region so that she could enter a Pokemon beauty contest, and as a testament to Brock's breeding abilities, she invited him to compete as her teammate. Also competing was Suzy's childhood rival, Zane, and his Ninetales. As the episode unraveled, it was revealed that Suzy and Zane's antagonistic relationship masked their romantic feelings for each other, much to Brock's chagrin. After the two thwarted Team Rocket together, Zane admitted his feelings to Suzy and proposed that they open a salon together.
Isn't this great, guys?
Poor guy. It's a major bummer considering Suzy was one of the few women in the Pokemon universe who actually seemed to respect Brock and have a bit of a romantic interest in him. Though heartbroken, Brock provided Suzy and Zane his blessing.
I think you and Zane will make a great team, Suzy.
Before departing, Zane revealed that both he and Suzy considered Brock to be one of the greatest breeders they had ever encountered.
She told me you're the best. Now I know it's true.
Brock truly was the greatest breeder there ever was. Vulpix has yet to return since its departure. Normally, I stay optimistic, but for Vulpix, I honestly see no reason. It serves no promotional purpose, and if Brock were to ever return himself, I think he's more likely to use Steelix, Geodude, or Croagunk, three of his more recognizable and popular Pokemon. Seeing Vulpix return during the Alola series would have been awesome. Vulpix could have been on loan to Brock, while Suzy attended a lecture or tended to her shop. Vulpix would have been perfect in showcasing the regional differences of the Vulpix species. I would have loved to see a battle between Brock's Vulpix and Lily's Alolan Vulpix Snowy. That one battle could have redeemed years of neglect. Why did Vulpix never evolve into Ninetales? Well, Vulpix's evolution into Ninetales was only considered one time in the series, and that was during the battling Eevee brothers. One of the brothers offered Brock a Firestone to evolve it into a Ninetales, but Brock swiftly refused, claiming that he couldn't force evolution upon any of his Pokemon. Since the episode took place halfway through the Kanto saga, it wasn't known that Brock never felt like Vulpix belonged to him. It's likely that Brock felt Vulpix's evolution should be decided by Suzy, since he was only a temporary guardian. Had Vulpix evolved into Ninetales, I have no doubt it would likely be considered one of Brock's strongest Pokemon. Since Ninetales is based on the Japanese legend of Kitsune, it would have had access to a multitude of Ghost-type and Psychic abilities to supplement its Fire-type attacks. As an example of what could have been, Brock encountered a centuries-old Ninetales in the Johto filler just waiting on a friend. Its Psychic abilities were so powerful that it was capable of projecting hallucinogenic illusions. Vulpix is the only Fire-type Brock has ever owned. None of its 3 known moves really helped it stand apart. Its 3 attacks were Quick Attack, Flamethrower, and Fire Spin. Vulpix also used Agility against Pikachu.
Then we'll use an agility attack too.
But it was merely a dubbing error, as it was actually commanded to use Quick Attack in the Japanese version. Vulpix is also unable to learn the attack in the games. If Vulpix were to ever return to the series, I could easily see Flamethrower being replaced by Extra Sensory and Confuse Ray. Both of these attacks would provide incredible versatility to Brock's team. It would most likely keep Quick Attack and Fire Spin, as it needs at least 1 physical move and it needs 1 flame attack. To sum up its battle record, Vulpix won against Jesse's Ekans, James's Koffing, Meowth, Jesse's Arbok, James's Weezing, and a random trainer's Tangela. It lost to Jesse's Likitung, Molly's Teddiursa, and Mickey's Skarmory. Its only draw was against its clone. Unfortunately, Vulpix's battle record leaves much to be desired. Besides its brief battle with Tangela, all of its wins were against Team Rocket. It's a major shame that the writers never did more with Vulpix, as it's incredibly cute and marketable. With that being said, Vulpix might be cute, but it's not as cute as Teddy. Right, Teddy? He's the pet of Professor Silver. He's not a Teddiursa. He's more of a Teddy. I'll be back next week to cover another one of Brock's Kanto Pokemon. I'd love to hear which Pokemon you want me to cover in the future. I'm open to all of them. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my next video. My name again is Professor Silver, and it's been an absolute pleasure to share with you today. I'll catch you later.